Good morning. Just sitting here enjoying my tree. I've named her, by the way, and Spy. I don't know that I've named the trees in the past. I know I always talk to my trees and take care of them, and they feel like pets or like family members while they're here with us. I love our trees. But her name is Marjorie. Marjorie. I don't know. I think I was inspired by Heather and Anwen to name the tree this year. And that's the one that felt right. So, say good morning, Marjorie. I'm starting this book. This is book 1 in the Guardians series. I know last vlogmas I talked about this movie. It's one of my favorites, and it's not technically really a Christmas movie. It's an Easter movie, but Santa Claus is one of the characters. It's not really an Easter movie either. That just happens to be the time of year they're in. Anyway, so this is Nicholas St. North and the Battle of the Nightmare King. And here we have a young North who will become Santa Claus. And I love this movie. So around mid-November, Nate bought this for me. We were in Barnes & Noble in the children's section actually buying books for our niece and nephews. And I pointed this out and he was like, oh, well, you need that. And I agreed. But I wanted to wait until I could set the mood. This is the mood. So now I get to start. And a bonus, it's not necessarily a horror, but the antagonist in this book is the Nightmare King, known as Pitch, or Pitch Black, who is essentially the boogeyman who thrives during the Dark Ages on fear and spreading fear and nightmares. I'll turn the camera around in a second and show you there are some illustrations. So that's the Nightmare King there. So yeah, well, it's not like a horror. It's a kind of cozy, slightly dark children's book. There is a children's book prompt, I believe, for the Christmas Evil readathon. I'm pretty sure. Am I making that up? But I think this totally fits as seasonal and evil. The naughty bird's awake. He's ruining my mood. He's ruining the mood. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, just read the first chapter. Gonna finish my coffee, read another chapter. So that's Nicholas St. North and the Battle of the Nightmare King. Jackal. Nosferatu. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go ahead and say. But I did also start on Monday the audiobook for The Library at Mount Char. And that's pretty dark. Oh my goodness. That has probably, I'll show you later. I do have a copy of the book, but I'm listening to the audiobook. We'll talk about that one later. Right now, I'm going to enjoy this children's book. Here is Pitch, the Boogeyman. Pitch Black, the Nightmare King. There's Nicholas. There's again. So this is a moonbeam traveling down to check up on the kids, and this is the moonbeam that discovers a cave with some darkness and something wrong. Here we have Pitch as he escapes his imprisonment. Don't know who this boy is yet, but he was trapped inside Pitch and has escaped with the help of the moonbeam. And these are like Pitch's minions, the Nightmare Men. Pretty creepy. There they are, the Fearlings. Fearlings and Nightmare Men. that he sends off to prey on nightmares. Fun, cozy Christmas vibes, yeah? Hi. It's 8:40 now. Back from baseball and getting ready for TV in bed with Nate. The kids are wrapping up and getting in bed. Wanted to talk about this book before signing off for the day. This is The Library at Mount Char by Scott Hawkins. This is probably one of the oldest books on my physical TBR. I got this with a gift card right as I was starting to grow my library and like dive back into my reading obsession. So I'm actually kind of glad that I haven't picked this book up until now. It came out in 2015. I think at the time I must have been reading the Peculiar Children, the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I forget what this series is called, but I must have been reading those at the time. I remember I purchased this with an Amazon gift card. I bought this book. I bought the Book of Speculation, Ready Player One, and Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore. So kind of like light fantasy, sci-fi for Ready Player One. Kind of sci-fi, not really, with Mr. Penumbra's, like, I don't know. That book is weird, but not like super out there, but weird. Like real world, but slightly not real world. Anyway, this book. Reading the synopsis again now, I think what I thought was that this would be some light fantasy kind of adjacent magic world, kind of on the verge of like what Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children was. Just more speculative and kind of like mythological fantasy. This book is hard. So my favorite podcast, Overdue, their episode that came out this past Monday was on this book. And I said, you know what? Before I listen to the podcast episode, let me get to this book that's been sitting on my shelf since 2015. Holy cannoli, is this book bloody and violent and suggestive. It's kind of reminding me of The Magicians. I haven't read those books by Lev Grossman, and I only watched like the first 2 seasons of the show, but it's kind of reminding me of like the magical world and that. and also what I imagine Umbrella Academy would be like, but I haven't actually watched Umbrella Academy. But there's this theme of like orphans being adopted and given powers. Is that Umbrella Academy? I don't know. I should give that a watch. I really couldn't tell you what this is about. I still don't really know how I feel, but I'm about 40% of the way through. So I just wanted to throw that in here as something I've been reading, listening to lately, as part of the Christmas Evil readathon. Yeah, I thought it would fit in the speculative fiction category, and I think it does, but yeah, I really have no idea what's going on. I'm just rambling, so I'm going to say goodnight now, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.